Studios.
Alright, welcome back to another video, everybody. We are now going to be doing Doom Guy as voted on by the chat. So, let's get started. I'm going to draw with a blue pencil first, as always. It just lets me kind of focus in on the sketch, get as loose as possible here. So we have Doom Guy here. For anybody that's in the chat right now, this is actually being streamed at the same time, so any questions that come in, they're going to be coming in from the chat too. Looks good. Do the Doom toy embedded in a demon skull. Well, Nathan, I've already kind of started the Doom head here. Maybe there was a delay in the chat, but I just saw that. My bads. Alright, so I'm just kind of sketching out the shape here. We're doing the QT Doom Guy doll, the ones that you find in the game. You need the Argent energy to draw the Doom Guy. You must find the supply of Argent energy. Oh man, I'm gonna give myself throat cancer doing that. Holy crap. Excuse me. He was the rival of Venom and Spider-Man, if you did not know. Did you watch Doom Eternal game trailer? I don't watch any trailers, Andy. I like to be surprised. Only time I will watch something is like if a friend did a YouTube video, then I might watch it. But yeah, I like to be surprised. Then I go into things with no bias. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna tape this down real quick here. I doubt you guys want to see my fingers, so we're just gonna tape him down. The Doom 2016 soundtrack. Oh yeah. I remember one night my daughter woke up because I was playing Doom and the music scared her awake. It was so funny. She's like, "Daddy, that game is making me not sleep." And then the monsters like, alright, this is where it's gonna get tricky. He's got a weird shaped helmet. But I am going to do something funky here that I normally don't do in any of the speed draws. Maybe one. I think it was... I think I did it once on one of the videos where I colored in with outlining and just shaded with the marker. It was something I don't really do much. I mostly do it for commissions, because some commissions, like the dragon I did for Alien Chief, the Shenron, I did that with his skin. So things like that I will do it, but Doom Guy's mask here I think really can go for that. I agree with watching movies that way. Yeah, the same thing. Did also know that the Dinobots was a combiner named Volcanicus. Andy, you know way too much about Transformers. I can't keep up with you. Now Dragon Ball, I will take you down in Dragon Ball trivia. I mean Dragon Ball Z trivia, because now Dragon Ball Super has a whole new lore that I just can't keep up with. Now Goku apparently has a mom that is kind of like Superman's mom, and his dad is now a very valiant warrior instead of kind of doing his own thing. Sorry about that, guys. I got a message. Alright, so it's starting to come along. Be right back, gonna jump in the shower. No worries, Miss K. Enjoy your shower. Did also, okay, that's my way of talking about Transformers. Oh no, I totally get it. I wish I knew as much about Transformers as I know about Dragon Ball Z. My encyclopedic knowledge of Dragon Ball Z trumps anything else. Maybe Turtles is probably the next thing I know a lot about. And we're gonna add the little... Maybe that's where he keeps the Argent energy. And we'll add a little shade here just so I know this is where we're going to hit it with the darker green. Now we're going to go... Patton Oswalt does a bit about Star Wars Expanded Universe and everything like you guys on DBZ. Are you talking about the episode of Parks and Recreation? Because that was hilarious. He was just like, now that Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel, you can have them get the reality gem. And then boom, now you got introduced to Star Wars universe to the Marvel universe. For me, it has to be Punisher lore. Really? All I know about Punisher is I read, I think it was Punisher Vengeance, I think it was, where Punisher's family, or no, Punisher becomes an angel. I remember reading that when I was in middle school. And then my friend Steve Geiger, he did the art for Punisher War Journal. He was actually the editor of Marvel at the time. And I read the War Journal, but way past, adolescence. I read it as an adult. And then I had Punisher Max, the graphic novel, but I never read it. Okay, I got it really cheap at a convention, and then it just sat on my shelf. No, it's a stand-up he does, talking for clapping, I believe. Do you think that Brocky is more powerful than anyone? You mean Broly? Which X-Men movie was good? X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men First Class, to me, was the best X-Men movie. Bar none. I love the 60s setting. Anything that has to do with time periods, I am a junkie for. Like Wonder Woman, I loved it because it took place during World War I, and World War I is like my favorite part of history. I actually, in college, I did a whole course on World War I, and we learned about Tsar Nicholas. We learned about the Kaiser in Germany. I was completely into that. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? It has to be close to my age. I am actually 34 or 33. I can't remember. 33 or 34. Jim Lee did some War Journal, I believe. Probably because Steve was the editor during that time, and it was mid-90s, so that matches up right before Jim went to Marvel, or went to Image. But Steve's a great guy. If you ever want to follow him on Instagram, his Instagram handle is Evil Geiger. He's a great artist, good friend. It's awesome that I know all these people. I kind of grew up reading, because he did some work, I think it was on Daredevil, and I'm a huge Daredevil nut. I love Daredevil, and I read a lot of his Daredevil stuff. I didn't know, and he did all the embossed covers during the embossing age of comics. I told him I had the X-Men West Coast, and he's like, yeah, I did that cover. I'll be 33 in September. I can smell a 90s kid from a mile away. Is it because of Magneto theme at the ending? I don't know. I really liked X-Men First Class, and I thought X-Men Apocalypse was really good. I enjoyed it. People just love to hate on it just because Apocalypse looks like Ivan Ooze, but Oscar Isaacs was an awesome Apocalypse. I didn't like the ending of X-Men Apocalypse, but I thought the movie itself was solid. It's just, you know what it is too, is people have this expectation now of comic book movies. Everybody wants comic book movies to be like Marvel, main Marvel, Disney Marvel. Fox Marvel went a different direction, especially with Logan and Deadpool, and I enjoy those movies. I enjoy Fox Marvel, and now it's all Disney, so I'm 24 this year, getting old. And you're in the good times, man. 24, 25, early 20s was the bee's knees. I almost channeled my inner John Ralphio there. I don't feel like a baby. Yeah, that's true. Oh no, I bent the tip. You guys can see that on camera. This is how heavy-handed I am. That's a bummer. See how the .2 looks. That doesn't look too bad. We'll go with that one. Good job, guys, picking the Doom guy. Guys and gals, because we have Miss K here and Sierra Trusty. You guys are awesome, though. The community itself, look at that. That one's blown out, too. This is how heavy-handed I am. Well, since we're lining, I can go with the .5. I was upset. 24 going on 60 here. I was upset when Logan died from the Logan movie at the end. Yeah, Andy, but it's the end, you know. We need a new Wolverine. I think that was what's his face? Oh man, I'm really having a brain fart today. Who's the guy who played Wolverine? Hugh Jackman. I think that was his way of saying the character is done. If you want to do a new Wolverine, it's going to have to be a whole new timeline. And I'm pretty sure Disney is going to do that because Wolverine is one of the biggest characters in Marvel. The only reason why they got away with Iron Man and Cap, because Fox had them and made them huge characters. If you go back to when we were kids, nobody cared about Thor, and Iron Man was such a B-list character. So it's, now that they have the big names, the Marvel has the X-Men back, and they have the Fantastic Four. You're gonna see those take center stage now. Ghana, how's it going? My night is going great. I'm hanging out with you guys. Oh man, I missed the chat. You guys are fast. Let's see. Andy, it's going to bed. Alright, good night, buddy. It was good to hear from you. I miss you, bud. Tell Ariana that Uncle Junior says hi. Oh my god, Logan was so good. I was devastated though at the ending. I like the ending. Alien Chief says Spider-Verse was great. I have it on my Vudu. I haven't watched it yet. Let's see. Hugh didn't want to anymore anyways. He was tired of playing Wolverine. That's what I mean. I think that was his way of saying, yeah, just kill me off. Alright, Nathan. See you soon. I don't think there is any acceptable replacement for Hugh Jackman. Maybe a Canadian? I think. To me, in my head, even before the cartoon came out, I always envisioned Wolverine being straight up Canadian with a Canadian accent, dropping those Canadian lines, because he is super Canadian. So maybe find a Canadian actor that kind of looks like Hugh Jackman, but a little shorter, a little scruffier, and it'll be the perfect Wolverine. And then you'll forget about Hugh Jackman. That's what I mean. And Hugh Jackman is Australian. You need a real Canadian. I'm talking about a Tim Hortons eating, hockey playing, maple syrup drinking Canadian. I love Canada. No one's more Canadian than Jim Carrey, so maybe Jim Carrey should be Wolverine. I'm just kidding. Hey bub, I'm gonna do the rest of this drawing as Wolverine. Professor X sent me to Sal's studio here to help him draw Doom Guy. I'm gonna tell you one thing, bub. Wolverine is one of those characters that's sacred. You don't just change him like that. Why not, Wolverine? Why not? I'll tell you one thing. Things can get bad real quick. I'm the Knucklehead. And Wolverine has a cold just like me, huh? Yeah, it gets cold up in Canada. Even in the summer. Hey, I gotta have fun when I draw. I'm having fun with you guys. Did it not sound like Wolverine? Because that's gonna make me feel bad. Does this look like a toy enough? I feel like it just looks like a tiny version of him instead of a toy. I'm so used to holding the paper, I still got my finger right by the paper. Totally sounded like Wolverine. Alright. Need some work? Okay. I'll try. I have to watch the animated show again to really get it down. Maybe I could do the rest of the drawing as Kermit the Frog.
Alright. Now we're gonna erase the pencil here. What do you think, Miss Piggy? Oh, those really good eraser marks there. Oh boy! Now I can line the Doom Guy here.
Yeah, you can't keep up Kermit the Frog too long. Start throwing off your voice here. I don't know how Brian Trusty does it. He does some awesome voices. Shout out to Brian Trusty, by the way. You guys should check out his channel. All you guys really should check out each other's channels. There's some really good channels here. Miss Trusty's here in the house. Let Brian know. Hey, I'll send that GIF of from that movie I Love You Man. Hey bro chacho. This will be a fun sketch card to have in the collection. Doom Guy. Alright Andy, love you buddy. You take care, alright?
Yeah, you came back to Kermit the Frog.
Oh man, these. I'm gonna pause the main video. It's what plants crave. All right, so I'm grabbing a Mignonet YG11 Copic, and I'm just gonna color in his visor here. He has kind of a dark gray and light gray getup with a couple of accents here and there, so should be able to really make it pop. And I'm gonna grab a 5:53 a.m. in the morning where Checkpoints is. Whoa, man, you really need to get to bed. You're not working today, are you? You're not gonna have any energy. Need that energy. Rondo is what plants crave. You know, I'm gonna do emerald green. I was gonna go with an Nile green, but I'm gonna do emerald green here. And then this is what I meant by, this is not something I normally do, but I'm gonna take these colors here and I'm gonna blend them together. It's gonna give it a really smoky effect with yellow green. I'm not luckily, but insomnia has got me good. Oh man, I'm sorry that you're struggling with the insomnia. I have that all the time. And I usually end up drawing or going on one of your channel's streams here and just watch somebody play some games. So it's not coming out the way I was hoping. So I'm going to grab a little bit of a darker green here to really bring it together. Alright. C5 for the helmet. Brian Trusty's in the house. Welcome to 93.5 The Cell. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah, man, I was just shouting out your channel. You and Sierra, and then I just met John Katz through your channel. Really good dude. I was on his stream earlier. I wasn't on the stream, but I when I stopped by, it was super cool. I mean, I should have been asleep a couple hours ago, but hey, well, I hope I'm not keeping you up, Mike. This is the most people I've had on the stream in a long time, so I am touched that you guys would spend an hour and 32 minutes hanging out with me here. You got to see me do the G1 sound wave. Brian, if you want to see the sound wave, I will grab it in a second. That way you can check it out. Almost 20 likes? I haven't even checked it. I'm going to use a different gray for the accents. And then now the rest of it is kind of a darker green. So it's like a forest green. Oh man, hold on one second. This is what I hate about getting sick. It just takes forever to get like your sinuses working again. It's so bad. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Yeah, I wish. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. This microphone is like noise canceling, so I don't know if it canceled out the phone, which is pretty close. Thank you. I feel so much better than I did on Monday. Or last Monday. My time frame's all screwed up now. Last Monday I was so out of it. And then I hit 1,000 subscribers when I was sick, which totally ruined because I wanted to do like a thank you stream, but I was literally like coughing and sneezing. I was like, nobody wants to hear me talk right now. You can tell I've been drawing a while because now my tremor is popping up and it starts to shake. It's not too bad, but it sucks when you're in the zone. I'm in the zone, auto zone. Alright. We're gonna do this is normally a skin tone color, light suntan, but I am going to use it for the bottom part of the armor. I feel it looks enough. It is tan. And then we'll go with the same gray that we used on the helmet, which is a C5. I need to take this tape off. Oof. It doesn't help that I draw down here in my office, which is in the basement of the house. And no matter how much I have that dehumidifier going, it just stays damp. So it makes the sniffles even tougher. So now to make the helmet look somewhat reflective, I'm just going to take a darker, cool gray. It's called C7, and give it that reflection. Put a little bit here in the inside of the helmet. You need to find the Argent cells inside the tower. Doom, the new Doom, I didn't think I was gonna like it, and then I got hooked to it. It's so good. I can't wait to watch or play the new one. That's why another reason why I didn't want to watch E3. I don't want to get ruined. I don't want to ruin my what I plan to see in the game. Oh. Sal, are you down to draw a collab with Spider-Man? Absolutely. We already did a Venom. Why not do a Spider-Man? If you can, I'll send you my email on Twitter, just so you can send it to me through email. So I have the high-res version. And I don't know if you have a pretty decent scanner, but if you could scan it in, that'd be awesome. So now that I put the C7, I'm going to go back to the C5, and what I'm going to do is blend these colors out to make it look like it's reflecting off the helmet. Same thing with the belt buckle. It smooths out the color so it doesn't look so abrupt. You want it to look as natural as possible. Whoa, that felt so much better. Oh. Alright, so this is where I'm going to need another piece of paper. Where are my sketch cards? And I want to see what this blend is going to show up. When I move, I'm going to take things digitally so we can do so much. Yeah, man. Digital does make things a lot easier, especially drawing, having things out. So with this piece of paper, I'm just going to see what the armor is going to look like. We use this green, the forest green, for the armor. I want to shade it, so I'm going to see, that's a good one. and then Abyss Green would be a good blend. Should blend it well. Okay. So I'm going to use a Ocean Green for the darker areas of the armor. Let's move that out of the way. Don't need distractions. And then that way, when we go in with the Abyss Green, we can really smooth it out, because it's going to be a different color anyways. And what I forgot to do in the visor was to add just a touch of yellow. Because then what we can do is make the background a shade of yellow. Because it's a complementary color to green. So the Abyss Green, smooth that out. Alright. Definitely what I was looking for. And now the orange is something that I'm going to go with a darker color to really make it pop. Well, maybe what I can do for the background, since it's green, we can do a contrasting color, which would be red. So we'll go with cardinal red. We can take this piece of tape off. Take this one off. Miss K is back. Thank you so much for coming back. Almost got this Doom guy all ready to rock. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. You can see a little bit more. Took the tape off because now I'm going to put the background in. Before I do that, I can't remember which one I used. I think I moved it. Okay. So I used a neutral gray, I remember, so I'm going to grab neutral 4. So neutral will be in the middle of the gray cycle. C is cool, which is on the cooler end, your blues, your greens. And then warm gray is in the warmer part of the spectrum, so your reds, your oranges. Oh, thank you, Miss K. So what I'm going to do now, Miss K, and so it looks like Brian Trusty's in the house, checkpoints, I think Sierra's still in here, yep, Sierra. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to put a red background. I'm going to start with orange first, maybe not, just because there's orange already on him. Maybe I'll do this. Do a prawn. Maybe I should have kept the tape on. And then what you can do, because the background is, you can add a little bit of that kind of reflecting off the background on his helmet, and even here, because that kind of gives it a look like it's shining, the background shining on it. It's cool little trick. It's something that I picked up from doing digital art, because for some reason in the digital spectrum, if you don't add those little tweaks, the art looks very flat. So I noticed that by doing that, it keeps the flatness from happening, and when I try to do it with marker, it gave me the same effect, so I thought that was pretty cool. Digital art has helped me so much with traditional art. So we're going to add a little bit of red here, A little bit here, and then a little bit there. I never thought that I was going to love color so much just because I have the color blindness issue. I'm not completely colorblind, but I don't see the colors correctly. That's why these markers are so important. Because they're labeled. Labeled markers help. So now I'm grabbing a mid-tone red, which is just Prawn. And we can make it look like he's in hell. The part where he opens the portal. The most annoying part in the game. Oh, I hate the hell stages. I'd rather be in the Argent Tower. Now I'm going to grab the light Prawn. And this is really going to soften that red up. Especially if you go in that same direction. Is it me or is it repeating the same songs? It's crazy. So what sort of content do you guys do? Any else do art like this or stream? Because I love watch Checkpoints. Miss K streams gaming. Brian Trustee does gaming streams as well. He does a lot of retro gaming, so I love it because I love retro games. So I'm going to use sepia for a little bit of his armor because it would look a little too flat to me. Eat your heart out, Bob Ross. Oh, Brian, I didn't know that. I have to check that out. Well, if you ever want to be featured on this channel with your art, I would love to have it on. I'm comic appreciator, but can't draw for crap. Oh, Mike, you just gotta do it. Even if you think it sucks, just give it. Put it out there. You never know how many fans you might have. Alright. So now I'm gonna do the fun part, is the highlights. It's like getting your hair done. So I'm going to add a little bit of white here. And a little bit here. I don't want to go too crazy. Now we're going to go Super Saiyan level around it. And in the art world, this is called a halo. When you put a white outline on your art. I do it a lot in digital form too, but it just, to me, it just makes the piece pop on paper. Yeah, this is my favorite part, highlights. I love highlights. I've only streamed with my husband, but I definitely plan on streaming on my own channel soon. Well, that's good, Sierra. I'll be one of your very first people to watch. I love supporting you guys. I will for sure send you some. Awesome, Brian. I'm getting the next artist showcase ready in about a week. The art sensei is going to take over in 2 weeks. So it's every other week. It's either going to be the artist showcase or the art sensei. He's kind of a punk. He likes to take over my channel every now and then. But he's a good guy. Yeah, I appreciate that, Checkpoint. They're awesome people. Almost done with the halo. And then we can add a little bit of reflection because he is a plastic toy. So put a little reflection here. And a little bit here, not too much because this is the darker area. But even dark areas have a little bit of reflection. And then you can add some reflective scratches there. And a couple reflective scratches here. Oh no! I really should have kept the tape on. And then a little bit here. Just a touch here. The happy little lines, just the happy little lines. Happy little Doom guy. And now the best part is done. Now onto the signature. Alright.
High capacity.
Overload. Get ready for the next battle.